So we were all super excited to be back racing, and you know, it was we had the majority of the team with us down in Georgia. Results-wise, I mean, it went pretty well. Colin, who's our defending national champion in the Masters class, he got onto the podium. Does have some work to do to catch up to the pace of those front guys, but he was on the podium, so we were happy about that. My business partner here at Impakt Results, Jeff, is racing in the Masters class, and it was his first race, and he did really well with an 8th place finish, and he was happy about that. You know, on the downside, our youth rider, Cooper Kuneff, who is a contender for the title, took a really hard crash and ended up not finishing the race. And then our XC1 Pro, who didn't make the first trip to Georgia, this was his first race as well, and it was really just a wake-up call for him. And he's a way better rider than the results showed at the first race. I know he was frustrated, so we're definitely looking forward to whatever the next round ends up being. We still don't know at this point. We're looking forward to seeing improvements from everybody.
So a quick little tour for you. I'm working on the Specialized Kenevo. This is the 2020. Absolutely love this bike. It's got the dual crown fork on it this year. Absolutely love this bike. A lot of fun. I use it as quote unquote a practice bike. It can take anything you throw at it, but it's really what I use to not put the miles on the race bike. You're familiar with this one. This is the 2019 Turbo Levo. This is the race bike. Specialized sent us a few of these to use for our training, and I'm having a lot of fun on this bike. It's the Specialized Levo SL. It's their super light model. Awesome bike, really light, comes in the 30s, where these come in the 40s, and man, the Kenevo might even be pushing 50 pounds, high 40s maybe. So this bike, the Levo, is definitely an underpowered machine. It's not meant to be another Levo. The Levo SL is a completely different type of a bike. All right, and the reason we're using it is when we train, we don't want to train on regular bikes because it's a different style of riding. We want to train on e-bikes. But with these e-bikes, we get a harder workout because there's a reduced amount of power in the motor, but we're still able to be on an e-bike and have that same style of riding. So a lot of fun for any time, I mean, like structured training, recovery days, whatever it is. Also a lot of fun just to shred. That bike feels like my for all the haters out there that think that I don't ride regular bikes, I'll show you. The Levo SL feels a lot like the Enduro or a stump jumper. It feels like a regular bike. It's just, I'm not going anaerobic to go up a climb. I'm staying where I need to be in my heart rate zone, but I am having to work harder than I do on a Levo or a Kenevo, right? Because it's a smaller motor. So that's kind of the 2 cent garage tour. Yeah, these things are a lot of fun, man. I really appreciate Specialized for all the hard work they've done on these. So last night, 9:15 p.m. June 1, the race leadership team dropped a press release. Here we go. Exciting news. GNCC round 6 of the series will be held the weekend of June 13th and 14th at High Point. This will be a Specialized EMTB round. That means we're going racing, boys. I think this is going to be the first race this season. We've got the entire team. We've got Adam, we've got Jeff, we've got Cooper, we've got Colin, we've got myself, we've got Nathan. We're all going to be there, and we're looking for a good finish.
My name's Coop Dog, and I ride the youth 12 to 17. Georgia, that was my best race so far this year. Second, came back to Georgia and wrecked real bad and ended up getting hauled out in this very uncomfortable thing.
They hauled you out?
Yeah.
In Georgia?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. Did you?
Yeah, they put me in that uncomfortable Kubota side-by-side. Yeah.
You told me I'm talking.
I know. I'd rather ride on that four-wheeler than that thing.
Talk to me about what made you start riding e-bikes?
Well, I really wasn't, I mean, I was into the dirt bike thing, and I'm not old enough to still race e-bikes, but I asked them at Snowshoe, and they said yeah, so I just stuck with it, and now I'm just going.
What's your favorite thing about just e-bikes in general? Whether it's the race or just riding, like what do you like the most
I
about
just
it?
think I'm faster on an e-bike than I am a dirt bike.
Yeah?
I just think I should do what I'm best at.
What's your favorite thing about it? Like, what do you like the most about it? Jumping?
Yeah, I
flying
like
up hills
jumps.
past everybody because you're so light. What's your favorite thing?
Jumps.
Yeah. So do you like riding e-bikes more than motorcycles?
I don't know.
Yeah? You like motorcycles better, huh?
Oh, it's iffy.
Yeah?
Half and half.
What race are you looking forward to most the rest of the year? We got
Snowshoe.
snowshoe? Yeah, me too. What's your favorite thing about snowshoe?
Going down the hills. But I definitely have an advantage here from the tram roads and how light I am.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite product? All of our sponsors like Arma and CUSH, which one do you like the most?
Probably CUSH because I've never got a flat this year.
Have you noticed a difference this year, like with going over stuff to where other people are having problems and the CUSH cores help you?
Snowshoes, this is where it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Last year, or my first ever e-bike race of snowshoe, I was going down through a downhill section. I ran over something. It looked like an animal. And I couldn't tell what it was, but that's the only thing I put on my bicycle. Grips, stickers, and CUSH core.
Do you think you'll win a race this year?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Trying to.
What do you think that feeling will be like if you can win a race when you cross the finish line first place? What do you envision?
I think every race is just a normal race.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing special about them.
You're just trying to beat everybody's ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
1 week before the next race.
1 week.
So you were pretty upset after the last race.
Very upset after.
What's your what's the thing what are we working on? What's the plan for next weekend?
So we went back, we did a lot of homework, softened up the bike, slowed it way down in terms of like rebound and made the compression a little lighter. So in terms of my bike homework, that's been done. And in terms of racing strategy, it certainly felt like a lot faster race last weekend than I was expecting. So I've kind of geared my training more to that to make sure I'm ready for this coming week. And right now I feel great.
Hell yeah.
We're stoked and ready to go.
Coop, you crashed last race.
Yeah.
You're, I think, in 4th or 5th in the points. But we got a home race next weekend. What are you excited?
Yeah.
We gonna try and make a comeback? What are you gonna work on today during practice?
Try to pace myself with the others. Like push as hard as I can to start.
You gonna clean that helmet? Load-in day, Thursday morning. We're waiting on Dave and Cooper, bringing the motor home. It's about 10 a.m. and what we'll do is they'll pop in here and we'll head on up to the pit area, find our spot, get it set up. It's nice. I mean, this is our home race. I literally got here from the office in 30 minutes. So we'll get everything unloaded tonight, get the table, the canopy, everything like that out, all the gear, and leave it with the motorhome tonight. And then that way when we come up tomorrow and Saturday, a lot less work to do. So just kind of patiently waiting on Dave. Oh, primo.
primo spot, dude. The pit set up. It's cold, Coop. I think we're the third people here. Got the motorhome. We'll leave the tent off until tomorrow so if the storm blows through, it doesn't mess it up.
So with everything going on, Specialized is not able to actually be at these races like they typically are. One of the cool things that they do is a Friday night group ride, to where people that are racing on Saturday and people that just want to ride their bicycles all come together on Friday and pre-ride the course, and it's a lot of fun. They're not able to be there to do that, so the Impakt Media Walmsley Cycles team is stepping up, and we're hosting that group ride on Friday night. Great way to start off the weekend and get everybody kind of into a groove for race day on Saturday. You guys ready for the pre-ride?
Oh yeah.
It is. Well, it's not even torn up. It's not even torn up. Uh-oh.
Are you sponsored by Country Club Bakery?
Yeah, man. One roll at a time.
So it's Saturday, it's race day. We're out here at High Point in Mount Morris, PA. Yesterday we pre-rode, we had a little bit of an issue. Nathan, our XC1 Pro class rider, had a little bit of a bike issue, but we got him switched out. We got him on a new bike today. So he's looking for redemption. I mean, his first race was in Georgia, did not do well. Nerves got the best of him, and he just rode poorly because of it. So he's definitely looking to do better. His girlfriend's here today. His mom and dad are going to be here today. And then Cooper Kuneff crashed really hard in Georgia and didn't finish. He's a title contender for his class, so I'm looking for him to make a comeback today and do really well. And then just the rest of us. I mean, we got Colin, our defending national champion in the Masters class. He got third last race, so you know he has the toughest class as far as him continuing to get wins. He hasn't gotten a win yet this year, and I know he's on a new bike. He's clipped in. He's wanting to win today. So. And as far as me and Jeff and all the other guys on the team, I mean, we're really just trying to continue to improve throughout the year. I got 8th last race, Jeff got 8th last race, so ideally I'd love to crack top 5, but it's so hard to gauge because you don't know who's going to show up, who your competition's going to be, so I kind of just have to show up and give it your best and see what happens. All right, so how'd we do today?
8th out of 13th, I believe.
Okay.
We're good. Kept it rubber side down the entire time. Super stoked on that. Beats crashing 3 times in Georgia. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Course was really, really good. Fair amount of ruts, couple bobbles. The descents were amazing and certainly suited my skill set. Managed to lead part of the first 2 laps on 2 descents, which I was super stoked on. Got a little bit of homework on the fitness when I come out of some steep climbs and get into those fields, and those guys just pop right back on the gas. I need to work on that. But overall, super stoked.
Feel better than last round?
Loads better, absolutely loads better. Overcame some adversity with a pretty significant mechanical yesterday, which was awesome. Managed to get right back out there and a solid result. Super stoked it didn't crash. Yeah, it was a solid run. Definitely excited to go to the next round.
What did you end up finishing? You know? You got 3rd?
Well, me and Talon were out front off the start and kind of just, he led for a little bit and then I passed him on a hill and just kind of rode my own race till the last lap, and battery pretty much died on me, and that's when they passed me and I ended up getting 3rd.
He knows I can dish it out.
What's your goal for next race?
Hopefully the battery doesn't die. I mean, I did what I mean,
You did everything you could.
if the battery didn't die, I probably would have.
All right, good. All right, so what position did we get today? Overall, how'd you feel?
First, felt good. Track was in our backyard, so you know we're used to the conditions. It was awesome. Track was prime. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better situation for us, and bike worked well. No complaints, man. I got into the woods. I pushed as hard as I could. You know, from wire to wire. Tried to lead this one. I wasn't going to put myself in a position like I did last race. So you know, I didn't want to be that guy that wasn't pushing hard enough to separate myself from second. So we hit the woods, and I did my best to kind of check out a bit.
So we race in 2 weeks in Ohio. Any specific goals for between now and then and for next race?
Yeah, I mean we're going to Millfield, so the track can get nasty. It can get really slick. So I think any kind of conditions you can mirror that. It's a rough track. It's not my favorite, so you know I'm going to try to stick out there and you know same situation. Try to take advantage of bad conditions, rough terrain, and you know work on the technical section of trails.
Overall, today, what was the position and how did you do?
So today we started on the last line, ran into a bunch of traffic on the first half of the lap, which kind of was expected, kind of was mentally prepared for it, and dealt with it pretty well. So the top 3 of us got through some traffic, separated ourselves, and really had a 3-way battle for a little bit. And then on the second lap, at the same place where it kind of bottlenecked on a steep uphill, kind of a technical section, one of the guys that I was racing with had some difficulty getting through traffic, so I gapped him and just went as hard as I could to gap him. He's leading the class right now, so I felt it was my chance to put some points into him, and yeah, just kind of went as hard as I could, battled with another guy until the last lap, and took advantage of a spot where I was faster, and then once I passed him, we were on a familiar trail across the road, and I just tried to go as hard as I could, gapped him, and ended up second today. So I'm super pumped that I had a good race, I had a clean race, and I made up some points against the guy that's beat me in the series. So big picture, gaining points and moving towards, you know, being up there for the championship hunt.
So we're racing 2 weeks in Ohio.
Yep.
What's what are you trying to work on? What's the goal?
So honestly, the goal right now is weight loss. You know, not trying to do anything drastic, just continue that. And I think that with riding is going to be my best way to kind of even the field with the guy that's winning my class. He's a lighter guy than I am, so on the bike that equals, you know, a higher power to weight ratio, and that's important. So, you know, just kind of moving forward.
Awesome.
You know,
you got 9th in your class.
Top 10, yes sir.
42nd overall.
That's right.
Okay, so you know your places.
Behind you.
Yes. How'd you feel?
I feel pretty good. A lot better than last race. I feel like I had plenty of time to prepare for this. I think part of it that helped me out a lot this time was the fact that we pre-rode this half of the course several times before we actually rode today. So I was really comfortable as opposed to the last race that we went to.
So our next race is in 2 weeks. What's your goal?
Goal, still stay in top 10 and no crashes again. Hopefully making some improvements. That would be awesome.
Cool. Okay, so introduce us to who you are so that we know, everybody knows that you're Nathan's dad and you decided to ride today. So who are you? Why did you decide to jump in?
Gotcha.
Obviously, we had an idea it was going to happen. We got you a jersey.
My name is Dave Meisner. Kind of got roped into this. My son Nathan races for the team, and just hanging around with the guys. It was kind of an easy thing to start doing, and been practice riding with them. And it was an easy opportunity to just kind of get back into what I used to do 7-8 years ago. So blast, great time. Just enjoyed being with you guys. Sponsorship has been really cool. Getting the shirt and getting the other things in line. So definitely going to do it again.
Yeah, you'll do another one?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it went better than I expected and probably not as well as it could have, but I wanted to go out there and lay some laps down and put the old Specialized Levo through his paces. I can see now I'm going to have to try some at Arma out next time. I need some post-race Arma.
So what happened to the bike on the last lap?
It gave out on me. Battery
died?
Yeah. Stepped it up a bunch.
And what happened? You ended up doing what to get to the finish line?
Pushing downhill, pushing uphill, pushing cross slope through the ruts.
Did you have fun?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gonna do another one?
Oh yeah, definitely. I bought the 3-year transformer, man.
Oh, heck
I'm
yeah.
in it.
All
I'm
right.
in it.
So overall, it was a good day for the team. Obviously, Adam, who's competing for a national championship this year in the amateur division, won his class. Colin made up some points and got second overall. It was a super long course, so everybody out there had issues with just battery life. I mean, I think the course was close to 5 miles long, and we raced on it for an hour. And the harder you're pushing on those pedals, the more battery it's using, and there was a lot of uphills and downhills. So Cooper, I don't think Cooper had a fully charged battery because his battery pretty much drained out on him. He wasn't first. I think he dropped back. He said third. So. I mean, overall, it was a good day. My race went pretty well. Dave Meisner and I had a good battle at the beginning, and then there was another guy. I don't know who he was or where he was from, but we were kind of back and forth the entire race. And on the last lap, I got him and I pulled away from him. And that was kind of, once we got into the race, that was my goal. Was okay, this guy's in front of me. I need to track him down. I need to pass him. I need to beat him. I failed to do that in Georgia. Battled with the guy into the last lap and he beat me, so I wasn't going to let that happen again. Overall, in my class, I got 13th. Overall, out of everybody, pros, everybody, I got 41st. Jeff got 42nd, so I think there's a little battle going on there. Big thing I got to work on is just slimming down. I got to lose weight. Skill-wise, I'm a skilled rider, but when you're 240 plus pounds trying to go up a hill and you got a guy behind you that's 185, you're at a disadvantage, even with a pedal assist bike. So massive thanks to these guys, Arma. They've been huge. Scott Sipkovic and Ian and TJ and everybody at that team. I mean, they called us and wished us good luck, and just the product itself. I mean, I hydrated with it all day. Everybody on the squad uses it, and it does make a noticeable difference during the ride. CUSH core, big. It was a big component today. The track was really slick. It was blue grooved and just polished from the quads and wet. So we all ran lower PSI to be able to get more grip, and those CUSH cores let you drop the pressure of your tire down significantly without burping a tire or rolling it off the rim when you're bombing down a downhill. So that was big. 60 helmets, obviously. We got to protect our heads, and I don't think we had any spills today, but 60 keeps us safe. Everybody at Impakt. Obviously, my company and Jeff's company that allows us to be able to do this. And then everybody at Walmsley Cycles, Chip and Jeremy and Wade and Colin and everybody at Walmsley that make sure we're dialed. We had a bike malfunction with Nathan last night. It happens, but it was 24 hours before the race, and Jeremy Barthlow from the shop
let him use his bike today. So massive thanks to those guys down there for always helping us out and getting us into this sport. So we're looking forward to it. We got John Penton in 2 weeks, and I think everybody has a set of goals. Last year that race was awful. It was muddy. It was the thickest, just peanut butter like mud I've ever seen. So hopefully it's dry and we have a good race.